Good day, it is Althea from the Bible in 1 year. Today we spend time in Luke 12, verse 22 to 34. Your heart is with your treasure. Take a minute and think about what is of utmost importance for you in your life. If you should lose that object, person, activity, ability, security, or financial strength. We all have fears, environmental fears, situational fears, bodily fears, or social fears. The fear of losing something or someone of value to you, or any other fear or uncertainty dictates behaviors and choices made. All these leads to anxiety and stress. Jesus teaches in Luke 12, verse 22 to 34 about being afraid, worrying, and anxiety. He starts with a command in verse 22. Do not worry. Do implies that we have a choice and we control the outcome, and no one else does. Therefore, we need to choose right. He then gives the reason in verse 23, for life is more than food, and the body more than clothes. To help us understand and to choose right, Jesus used two parables, word pictures, to help us understand. First, he refers to the birds that does not produce food for themselves, for God provide what they need. Jesus then asks the question, how much more valuable are you than birds? And can worry add more days to your life? If God provides for them, will He not provide for you that are more valuable than the birds? Secondly, He refers to the lilies and the wild flowers. They do not labor nor spin. They live in the open fields, subject to the forces of nature. Yet God let them grow in more splendor than King Solomon's clothing. If God governs nature, will He not look after and care for you that is more valuable? Again, Jesus gives a command for us in verse 29 to 30. Do not seek what you will eat and what you will drink, nor have an anxious and unsettled mind, for this is a pagan nation's manner, to greedily seek these things. Pagan worshippers do not believe nor trust in the one true living God. This reminds me of Proverbs 3, verse 5 to 6 in the Amplified Translation. Trust in and rely confidently on the Lord with all your heart, and do not rely on your own insight or understanding. In all your ways, know and acknowledge and recognize Him, and He will make your path straight and smooth, removing obstacles that block your way. Jesus then gives the solution instead of worry in verses 31 to 32. First, strive for, actively seek His kingdom. And secondly, do not be afraid, little flock. Flock means that He is our shepherd, and the shepherd takes care of his flock. To seek His kingdom means to make God's reign and His value your highest priority. Worldly desires, ambitions, and possessions should not predict your life's decisions. God's will and a life of obedience should be your driving force. Strive for spiritual growth through prayer and Bible study. Verse 53 says, sell your possessions. This does not mean you should sell everything and go and live on the street. It means show compassion to others, reach out with a helping hand to those in need, to care for your workers. Rather, store up unfailing and inexhaustible treasure in heaven, where no thief can steal it and nothing can destroy it. In verse 33, Jesus gives us the key. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be. Your focus and commitment lies with what are important to you. If your heart is with Him, His will be of importance to you, and your commitment will be towards Him. You will want to be obedient to His will. If you do not know Him or do not stand in relationship with Him, you will struggle to know His will. Through studying the Word of God, we find and know His will. Through love for God, you will follow and obey His word. Your heart will be sold out to Him. If God is your treasure, then that is where your heart will be. May you be blessed. Goodbye.